morning, students. Today we are going to start with a new chapter from Credit 4, that is seed dormancy. Students, we know that there are angiospermic plants around us, and after pollination and fertilization they form fruits, and within fruits there is formation of seeds. Seed is nothing but a fertilized ovule which contains dormant embryo. This dormant embryo under suitable condition germinates to form a seedling and later on leads to formation of new plants. But in some cases, even though there is presence of favorable conditions of environment, the seeds are failed to germinate. Such a phenomenon is known as seed dormancy. Okay, the seed dormancy, it is the condition of seed when it fails to germinate even though the favorable environmental conditions are present. Dormancy, it is simply considered as a block to germination, in which intact viable seed remain ungerminated even though there are presence of favorable environmental conditions. Okay, so are you getting that? The seed dormancy is a simply break or restriction to seed germination. Now, when we talk about the seed dormancy is of two types: innate seed dormancy or imposed seed dormancy. The innate seed dormancy, it caused due to internal factors of the seed. For example, underdeveloped embryo or rudimentary embryo, due to which the seeds are failed to germinate, and such a type of dormancy is called as innate dormancy. The dormancy which is caused by internal factors of seed. The another type of dormancy, which is a imposed type of seed dormancy, it is caused due to unfavorable environmental conditions. And when there is return of favorable environmental condition, the seed leads to germinate. So, in case of imposed seed dormancy, the germination can be regained after coming of favorable environmental conditions. So, innate type of dormancy, it also can be regained back to germination after some rest period of the embryo. Okay, so these are the basic two types of dormancy: innate and imposed. Okay, now dormancy may be true dormancy, it may be relative dormancy, or it may be secondary type of dormancy. Uh, Depending upon the regaining of germination activity, we can call dormancy as a true, relative, or secondary. Now, in case of true dormancy, there is no germination is regained. Under any set of environmental condition, under any set of resting period, there is no regain into the seed germination. Such a type of dormancy is called as true seed dormancy. Or, in some cases, germination can be induced by introduction of specific conditions. It may be of environmental, it may be a hormonal or nutritional changes into the surrounding condition lead to germination. It's known as relative dormancy. A very special condition or very special treatments are required in case of relative dormancy to regain the seed germination. But In case of relative dormancy, the germination can be regained. Now, we'll see in case of secondary dormancy. In case of secondary dormancy, it is specifically caused due to unfavorable environmental conditions. And when the environmental condition becomes suitable, the germination is again achieved. The germination will be regained after arrival of environmental condition. Such a type of dormancy is referred as secondary dormancy. Means now you can easily compare this. In case of true dormancy, there will be no germination under any set of external environmental condition or any change in an internal factor of seed is not going to give the germination. But in case of relative and secondary type of dormancy, the germination can be regained. Now, depending upon the internal factor of seed, then the external environmental of seed and the structure of seed, the dormancy are classified within the 5 major groups. The first group is physiological dormancy, the second one is morphological dormancy, the third one is morphophysiological dormancy, fourth one is physical dormancy, and fifth one is combinational type of dormancy. Now we'll see one by one each type of seed dormancy. First of all, we'll see the physiological dormancy. Now remember, physiological dormancy is form of primary dormancy. Okay, means it can be regained by various treatments. A primary type of dormancy is lead to germination after set of treatment of external environmental condition or by means of some specific environmental or by specific induced condition, we can regain the germination. Such a type of dormancies are called as primary dormancy. Now, in almost all gymnosperm and in most of the angiosperm, this type of dormancy is very common. This type of dormancy is generally commonly noted in Arabidopsis, then Helianthus, then Nicotiana, then Lycopersicon, Avena, and various several crops having presence of physiological type of dormancy. Now we can easily predict that physiological dormancy can be caused due to internal physiological factors. Okay, physiological factor may be metabolites, chemical components which are present within the cell are lead to such a type of physiological dormancy. This physiological dormancy can be divided into first we'll see physiological deep type of dormancy. This physiological deep type of dormancy can be break by simple treatment of gibberellic acid. In such a cases, there is requirement of prolonged cold treatment or warm treatment of stratification. For example, in case of acer plant, there is requirement of 3 to 4 months cold or warm stratification to regain the germination. In this plant, if we excite the embryo from these plants, it doesn't lead to germination. Means the excised embryo is not going to germinate, and if it gets germinate, it shows some abnormalities in the seedling. This is the physiological deep type of dormancy. The second one is intermediate type of physiological dormancy. Now in this type, if we excite embryo from the seed, it leads to germination. And if we treat such a seed with the help of GA, it leads to promote the germination. But It is specific for specific cases, but in all cases, GA is not able to produce a germination. But mostly in all plants, the dry storage or a cold stratification treatment for 2 to 3 months lead to production of germination or lead to production of seedlings. For example, very specifically in Acer pseudo planters, if we give a treatment of cold stratification, it leads to germination. And finally, the physiological non-deep type of dormancy. In this case, GA promotes germination very easily. Any simple treatment like scarification, dry or cold storage, warm stratification will lead to germination within the plantlet. In this case, if we excised embryo from such a seeds, they leads to formation of normal seedlings. Okay, these are the three different levels of physiological dormancy in which there is germination activity can be regained. Okay, now we'll move towards the second type of dormancy, morphological dormancy. Now, as the name indicates, it depends upon the morphological character of the seed. And morphological character here very specifically highlighting the characters of embryo. If in a seed there is presence of differentiated embryo, but it doesn't lead to complete development. Due to presence of such an underdeveloped embryo, the seeds are failed to germinate. Such a type of dormancy is called as morphological dormancy. It is not like physiological dormancy, but to regain the germination, it requires a time. After resting period of seed, there will be again germination within the seed. Embryo will require here more time for the development, its own development, and after completion of its development, it lead to germinate. And the best example for the morphological dormancy is from family Apiaceae, that is Apium gravulans. In seeds of this plant, there is presence of undifferentiated underdeveloped embryo in primary condition, but after resting period, this embryo will develop completely and it leads to germination. Okay, now we'll see the next type of dormancy, morphophysiological dormancy. This type of dormancy having presence of underdeveloped embryo as well as some physiological components will causing the dormancy here. Means here there is presence of combination of two types of dormancy, morphological dormancy as well as the physiological dormancy. Means here there are presence of some physiological components, along with that embryo are also rudimentary developed and therefore the seeds are failed to germinate. Here to regain the activity of germination, it requires a very long time. A GA treatment or a warm or cold stratification type of treatment are having capacity to regain the activity of germination. And the example in the plant Trollius from family Ranunculaceae, there is presence of morphophysiological dormancy. It can be regained development by treatment of G. Okay, now we'll see the next type of dormancy, physical type of dormancy. Now, as the name indicates, this dormancy is caused due to physical factor, and mainly here the physical factor responsible for the dormancy is seed coat. Now, we know that what is seed coat? Seed coat are the integumentary layers of the ovule, and during maturation there is process of drying within this integumentary layer, which lead to formation of heavily lignified or subcutaneous matrix, or there is deposition of wax on the seed, which lead to formation of a tough seed coat. There will be, due to presence of radially elongated palisade tissue, there will be formation of a cuticular layer outside the seed coat, and which gives formation of thick-walled Malpighian cells within the testa. And this formation of thick-walled Malpighian cells within the testa leads to formation of impermeable layers of palisade cells. And due to impermeability of the seed coat, there is no absorption of water, and we know that the absorption of water is very important for the seed germination. As there is no absorption of water, there will be no seed germination. Such a type of dormancy can be easily recovered by mechanical or chemical scarification. Okay, simply if we broken the outermost seed coat of the seed, it leads to germination. Okay, so this is the physical dormancy. Now, in some cases, in some plant, there is combination of two types of dormancy. Means within the seed there are presence of physiological component, as well as the seed coat of the seed is totally impermeable to water. Due to combination of this physiological dormancy and the water impermeability, that is the physical dormancy, the seeds are become very tough and leads to no germination. These are totally dormant type of seed. Their dormancy is prolonged and it can be regained by a various treatment. Initially, the release of physiological dormancy is important, and after releasing the physiological dormancy, we have to break the physical layer of the seed. After breaking of physical dormancy and physiological dormancy, the embryo can able to germinate. Okay, and such a type of dormancy are referred as combinational dormancy, and this type of combinational dormancy